Hey guys, I'm Mark with the Tractor Tread YouTube channel, and today we're going to install a mulch kit on a Kubota BX 54-inch mower deck. This is the mulch kit that we'll be installing onto the 54-inch deck. And this mulch kit is part number 70000-70467. That's the mulch kit number. And we'll be installing the 3 mulching blades, and the part number to that is 70000-77037. And the blades do change over to another part number, and that's 70000-25019. We'll be installing this kit on the Kubota RCK54-23BX mower deck. This is not the RCK54P mower deck, so you don't want to get that confused. This mulching kit will consist of 3 mulching blades, a pack of washers, some lock washers, some nuts, instruction manual, and 3 baffles. Here's one of the baffles, right here's another one, and there is a smaller baffle that's going to go in the front of the mower deck right here. Let's go ahead and get our deck washed up and get ready to install the mulch kit. The mower deck that I'm using for this video has been used, so we'll wash up the mower deck. First, we'll remove the covers, get any loose grass out of the way. We're going to have to wash out the bottom real good too. We're going to be drilling some holes, and we're going to be bolting some baffles to this mower deck. So I'm fortunate enough I'm able to use a pressure washer hose to wash off my mower deck and get off any unwanted grass on top of the mower deck. I'm going to flip the mower deck over, then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. We have the pulley side of the deck all washed up. Now we'll wash up right around the blade area. Get any grass out underneath that mower deck. The very first thing we'll be doing is removing the blades, and we'll use a 30mm socket. It is hard to shoot a video and remove the bolts at the same time, but we got the bolts out. Now we're going to go ahead and lift the blades off. We're going to be using the washers that were taken off later on, so we'll keep them on top of the blade for now. The next step in directions is to take the 2 baffles and bolt them together. And we'll be bolting them together right here like that. And you're going to be using 2 bolts, 2 washers, and 2 lock washers provided in the kit. The one baffle does have inserts already in it, so you don't need nuts on the back side of that. And the bolt will be a little tight going through the inserts, so I'm sure it'll hold nice and tight, holding our baffles together. So now we'll go ahead and join the 2 baffles together and insert the bolts. Using a 13mm wrench, we'll go ahead and tighten down the bolts. Now that we got our 2 bolts tightened down and we have our baffles tightened together, now we want to set the baffle into place. It is hard to do while I'm holding a camera. I'm going to take a look at the baffle, see how it's laying inside the mower deck. And the next step is to level that baffle out really nice. And then we're going to clamp the baffle up against the mower deck. And you will need to drill holes in your mower deck. There's several holes that we're going to need to drill and then tighten this baffle down. So the next step now is to clamp it fast to the mower deck, make it nice and level, and then we'll drill out the holes. So now I do have my baffles both in place. I have them sitting level in the deck. And you see I do have some clamps on it right now, holding it right in place where it's going to need to be, right here and over here. And you got to pay special attention to this area right around the center spindle. It seems like if you line that up really good and then level out the plate real nice, everything will fit the way it should. I also made this edge right here almost level at the top of here, and you'll see how it bolts up real nice at the back corner. And then just to test everything, I laid my blades right over top of the spindle and making sure that I have clearance all the way around. Plus, since these are new blades, it's a good idea to take them, make sure that the ends line up really nice, and make sure that they're not going to hit each other spin the blade around, make sure it's going to be right on both sides. When you install the blades, make sure that the flat part of the end is facing toward you. If you flip this blade over, you'll see it has a cutting edge on it. The cutting edge always goes down. Make sure that flat part right there is facing toward you and you'll be in good shape. I will be drilling the holes in the front of the deck first and bolting them fast. That way it pulls the baffle nice and tight against the front of the deck. And then we'll go and drill the holes that are on the flat part of the deck, holding down the rest of the baffle. I'll be using an 11/32 drill to do this job. So when you tighten down your baffle, you want to insert the washer over the bolt, stick the bolt down through the baffle and then through the deck. And on the other side of the deck, you want to use a lock washer and a nut, tighten it down, and do that for all the bolts. So now the last baffle we're going to install is a shorter looking baffle. It has a longer end on one end, and the long end I'm going to mount toward the end of the mower deck, toward the chute end of the mower deck, and it's going to go mounted right on that spot right there. The holes are already drilled, so we can just stick our bolts, washers right through the hole there, and lock washer and nut right on the other side and tighten that down. We have our baffle mounted on the mower deck and the bolts are tightened down. Now we're going to install the blades. So now we'll take a look at the new mulch blade versus the old blade. The new blade is a little narrower and has a little curve for the mulching part to make an extra cut in the grass. So we'll install the blade over top of the spindle, the flat part of the blade facing up. We'll install the two cupped washers. The dish part will face down. The rounded part will face toward you. And then you have a little hex washer or a splined washer, and that's going to go right over top like that. And then you're going to take your spindle bolt, turn it down in by hand to get it started, making sure your washers are lined up. Take a look at the ends. We'll line the ends up, make sure they meet. All the blades are installed correctly. Now we're ready to tighten down our bolts. One thing I'd like to add, there is 2 holes drilled in this baffle on this side here. You really only need this hole here. This hole here ends up going through the bracket where your gauge wheel is attached to, and it makes for some hard drilling. Just add 1 bolt, you'll be fine. Now we'll take one more look at the baffle installation. All 3 baffles in place, all the bolts bolted down, your blades are tightened, the deck is ready to go. So that's the installation of the mulch kit on a BX 54-inch mower deck. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I'm Mark with the Tractor Tread YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.